Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to put together, I've been calling it my Patchwork red quilt. It is very large blocks, as you can see here, and makes an awesome quilt for 4th of July. If you're just doing all red like me, you can also use it at Christmas time and at Valentine's Day. If you want to make it more 4th of July, you can add blue blocks to this. But the PDF is available to my Fabric VIPs. I send out in your guys' weekly email. So make sure and join that by clicking on my profile link or going to karinagardner.com and clicking on exclusive VIP, and you will get this PDF pattern. And I'm going to show you how to put it together right now. Okay, so here's what you have to do to get started. This is basically 4 very big blocks that make this quilt. So it's a really fast, easy one, and it makes a darling lap quilt. So what you're going to need to get started is you need 4 20-inch by 3.5-inch strips of red 1, red 2, and red 3. And then you're going to need a 1.5-inch by 20-inch strip of red 4. And then you are also going to need some kind of white. You can see I'm using a polka dot today for my So Ruby line. And you're going to need 8 3.5-inch by 3.5-inch white pieces that are square like this. And then finally, you are going to need from your white, you're going to need a very large square, a 12-inch by 12-inch square, and then a red 5, some kind of red. You're going to do another 12-inch square, so you're going to need 2 of those, okay? So this comes together really quickly. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to lay out your red 1 through 4 just like this, and then in order to get this diagonal piece right here, all you're going to do is I'm going to show you on your 20-inch strip, you're going to lay your 3.5-inch square just right on the end of your square. So let's just pretend I'm going to flip this over like this. So this is what it normally would look like, right? Just like this. So you're going to take your 3.5-inch square of white, lay it right on the edge here, and then you're just going to sew right on that diagonal, and you're going to do that on the other side as well. Let me just show you. Just like this, but you're going to do a pencil line this way. You're going to sew directly on that line, and then you're going to trim off an 1/8. And then it looks like this. So I'm just going to fold it back so you can see where it's been trimmed, and then you're going to press it out, and it will look like this. So then your next step is to sew together each one of these pieces. Okay, so that's pretty easy, and I'm going to do that right now. Okay, I have sewn these strips together, and you're already halfway there. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so the next step is to take 1 each of your 12 by 12-inch block of your red 5 and your white, and you're going to place these right sides together, and you're basically creating half square triangles. So this is actually super simple. If you're nervous about this moving, you should pin it down. But what you're going to do is draw a pencil line. You can see I've already done that right in the middle of one of your squares. It doesn't matter which one. And then you're going to sew on either side 1/8 inch on either side of this line. So I'm going to do that really quick right now. Okay, as you can see, I've sewn on either side of that line. So all you're going to do now is cut them apart. Just like that. And then you are going to press them open. You can see here that they make quite a big square. So you're going to press them open, and then you're going to trim this down to 10.5. I've deliberately given you extra to work with because sometimes this gets off when it's such a large square. So you're going to trim each of these down to 10.5. And then once you've trimmed them down to 10.5, you're going to sew them together like this. Pretty sure like this, yes, just like this. So once you've sewn them together like this, okay, you are going to add them to your long piece like this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and press and sew these two together so you can see what that looks like. Okay, you can see that I have finished this piece. I've pressed it and put it together, and it should be 20 and a half inches once you've done it. And I have this other piece, so you've got these two pieces left, and you are just going to sew them together. So that's the easy part. Once you're done with this piece, you're going to make sure and repeat this 3 more times, and maybe you do all of this at one time and then all of this at one time and then just get them together. It's pretty quick. So this final block is a large block. It's 20 and a half inches in size, and you are just going to make sure and have 4 of these. And I'm going to go ahead and sew this together, and then I'm going to show you how to put the final pieces together. Okay. So I know it's hard to see what's going on here because these blocks are so big, but what you're seeing is the top 2 pieces of this quilt. You can see it's pretty large here, and there's kind of no way for me to show it to you better than what is going on here. But what you're going to do is you're going to like basically put your block and then the next one down, turn it. Next block, turn it, and so that you get this kind of pinwheel effect, which is it's going to look so pretty once it's bigger. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to sew together this one and this one, so the top 2 pieces. Then I'll sew the bottom 2 pieces, which you can't see right now. Here, I'll pull them up. So the bottom 2 pieces are this one, and you can see, so this piece, this triangular piece is at the bottom, and this one's on the side. And I'm going to sew this entire top together. And then once the top is done, it's just done. And you can go ahead and machine quilt it yourself or have someone else machine quilt it, and I will show you the final result. Okay, I wanted to show you what it looked like before it was machine quilted. Oh gosh, let's see if I can scoot back so you guys can really see it. But isn't that so fun? And how fun would that be for 4th of July? I've done mine in all red, but if you wanted to do it in blue and red and white, how fantastic would that be for 4th of July? So I'm just going to machine quilt it myself today and bind it so that it's totally